Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Friday. Well, as you can see today, we are going to be working on the Phoenix that I got from Everydayecrafts. Yeah, I thought we haven't done this for a while. What the heck? So I'm using this lovely turquoise color, and I think I'm going to have to look it up. Hang on. I think it's 996 DMC color. I've used this 996 on, what do you call it? On my Death by Cross Stitch. I believe that's the color I'm using. And this is an 11 count, if you didn't know that already. And I'm using 3 strands. Yeah, we're not even close, are we? Okay, hang on. We got to readjust everything. Because, no, I haven't gotten to the table part. Yesterday, oh goodness gracious, I started cleaning out the small room. And I got some things reorganized and repacked. Okay, what is the problem here? So, yeah. And the sure way to finish that is to leave the stuff that you had to move. Let me pull you over here a minute. Hang on, we're getting there, guys. Just so I don't go out of frame. Leave the stuff that you had to move out of the way, you know, so you could start sorting through crap. Oh yeah, it's great. It's all out in the hall. So I got some of the things that I really didn't want to run into because it has glass in it. And I thought, well, here's a plan. Oh, an agenda. Yeah. I'm going to organize the boxes so they're along one wall. Then I'm going to go and clean out the front room that need cleaned out. And hopefully I can leave a space where I can put these boxes in the other room and kind of get them out of the freeway in there so I could actually make it into a room. And I was at, was it yesterday? Maybe perhaps the day before. No, it had to have been yesterday. I went to the thrift store. I found 2 little things. But I also saw this cute little sitting chair there. I didn't buy it because, you know, it requires the daughter to help. And, yeah. But it was just about the right size. So, yeah. Don't know. To put into that room. And then I called another friend whose son is moving into his own space and asked her if he wanted. I have some lamps, I've got the TVs, you know, just miscellaneous stuff that you would need to fill a house with ish. And so hopefully they'll come and get those things this weekend, which would be nice. So hopefully they'll take those things and I can get rid of a few things. Then yesterday I went to go and turn off my light in the bedroom and the shade had fallen apart. Have I had this stuff too long? Talk about it being dry here in Colorado, which it is. It's just terribly, terribly dry. So I have an extra shade, and there's a lamp I'd really like to get rid of. And I did look briefly to see if they had any more shades at the thrift store. Sometimes they do. They have lots of lamps, but sometimes they have extra shades, but none of them were big enough. So, because it's one of those ginger jar lamps, and I bought two at one time. The shades weren't the same, but I put one in one room and one in the other, and now I don't have a need for those. So I will have to figure out something there next time we go to Walmart. So yeah, it's like, okay, we'll see. I did get notification that one of my orders from 123 Stitch has been shipped. And I look it up on the tracking, and it says it'll be here by Monday. So it'll be, like I said, I told you it would be somewhere next week. And the other order, it's a little bit more diverse. I got like a few pieces of fabric, and I bought some scissors, and I bought needles. And, you know, I mean, it wasn't just buy a pattern, get the thread, and get the material. I mean, it wasn't like that. Then there's 2 patterns in there, and all the thread to go with them. There's not all. I mean, it's not a lot of thread. So, yeah, that hasn't shipped, which is fine. Not a big deal. Now, that big order has the thread and the material for Dutch Beauty in it. So, that's why I'm kind of anxious to get it, but we have plenty to work on. Oh, and last night, or yesterday, because, you know, I was running back and forth. I'd work on the room for a little bit, you know, because the bending over thing is not happy. And the boxes weren't heavy, so, I mean, it wasn't that. It's just, I don't know. I was doing it a little bit at a time. That's what I'm trying to say. And I came in here to work on that, what is it called? We'll call it the trees from the Italy pattern that's on 32 count. I thought if I do it just a little bit at a time, you know, we'll be fine. We had visiting frogs. I'm telling you, I would stitch 6 stitches and frog out 5. And stitch 6 stitches and frog out 5. I finally got it where it needs to be. It's not going fast at all. And I'm going to have to figure out how to set up my, we'll call it the yacht light, right up there with Kleenex and tissue. Because it's the only way I can see that material for a long, extended period of time. Now, when I say extended, more than 10 minutes at a time. Because, you know, it's like, okay, I found it, I can do that. And then I get to stitching, and then the next thing I know, I'm doing it 1 over 1, or 2 threads over 1, or part of it's over 2, and yeah, it's a piece of work. Yeah, I'm about ready to go back to inspiration. No, I'm just kidding. Inspiration is about that bad. But at least it's on 28 count. Thank God. I saw Stitchin the Dream this morning. Oh yeah, they're enablers, I'm telling you. Well, that and Ellen Reed, you know, Maximum Power Hour, or Cross Stitch Power Hour. Yeah. Because I can always find something beautiful that they're working on. So one of them is doing, I think it's Lisa, is doing inspiration. And I thought it was just me. But she's like, yeah, it's a little fiddly. And I knew exactly what she was talking about. It's like there's 2 stitches of one color here, and 2 stitches of another color, and another color, and another color. And if not, there's 5 colors in one section. It's like, Oh my gosh. Okay. Take a break. Walk away. Yeah. Because some days I can handle it and some days not so much. Oh, sure. There's only 2 there. We're going to start over here. Let's see. Where are we? There's a bunch of this blue up here. Gotta get that. No, I haven't got to the desk yet, so I'm working with minimum space. If I get the 2 rooms where I want them, it'll be a miracle this weekend. Oh, and yesterday, I'm sorry, Janice, I will mail your pattern today. I promise. I absolutely promise. It's on my agenda. Because yesterday, it just didn't happen. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. So, I told you I had to go down to Salida to pay the house taxes. And, oops, I'm doing that wrong. Crap. I went to where my daughter worked because she said there was something wrong with her car, so we were going to take mine. And she gets off at 3. The kids were at Boys and Girls Club, so they were good for like till 6, 7 o'clock at night, which is great. And we were going to go to Salida to go do that. And we were talking, and I'm like, she goes, well, I don't have to do mine because her husband had already done theirs. He just called him up, and I'm like, called him up? Because before we had to go there in person, or so we thought. Didn't know we could do that over the phone. So while she's still working and I'm waiting for her to get off work, I called him up and I made the payment. So we didn't have to go. So I was just beyond, whoops, that is not the right thing. Sorry. Tucking and stitching. Tucking and stitching. We're going to go from here. Where is it? It keeps wanting to bend. So I said, ice cream or pie? She looked at me. She goes, ice cream. And I'm like, what? Okay. So, and it was like 45, 50 degrees yesterday. So we went to, they have this little place. And 100 years ago when it was, first opened, they used to bring stuff out to your car. But now, you go up and make your order and go from there. Ever since my kids have been little, this place has been there since like in the 60s. So, we went and got ice cream. We both got a milkshake, and we sat there in the parking lot and ate most of it. Oh, and I got rid of my big box of rocks with her. I ordered this big box of, I call them river rocks because they're not very big. They're about yay big, and they're kind of smoothie feeling. But there was like 25 pounds of rocks that I bought. It came in a box. Amazon. Yeah, someday. I don't think anything else goes there. And, so she was going to take them home because the kids like to paint on rocks. And she has a little bitty tiny garden that it's got flowers in it. She plants like wildflowers in it. And one year they planted some kind of seeds, her and the kids. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. But they like to put flowers and stuff in there. And they wanted some rocks to put around, that they had painted and stuff. So we thought the kids would enjoy that. So I even went as far as buying, what do you call it? Glow-in-the-dark paint that, was going to be, I don't know if it was glow-in-the-dark. Yeah, I guess that would be it. Because it'd have to get the sun and then it would glow at night, No, we didn't get that far. That was back in my rock mandala stage. Coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. We need coffee today. So, yeah, we just sat there and had our milkshakes, and it was nice and quiet because the kids hadn't gotten out of school yet, and there was nobody in line. Now, this won't happen again when summer gets here because there'll be people in line all day long at that place. And it's just a little bitty store. I mean, they probably got maybe 1,000 feet, maybe. Just guessing. It's not very big. But it wasn't meant for people to come in and eat. I mean, they do have a little counter, tiny counter. I mean, 8 people could stand there and, eat if they wanted to, but there's always lines out and around that building. It should be 10 times bigger than it is, but it isn't. So, but we like to go there every once in a while. We'll take the grandkids and go get an ice cream cone, when it's really stinking hot outside, and go and sit in the park or whatever, but not today, not yesterday. We just did our thing. I know, I keep stopping and starting my thread, sorry, but it's a little bit fur to go. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. So yesterday was a bit busy, but I have to go to the library today. I have to go to the post office. And what else? I got so excited. I checked the mail yesterday. There was 2 little packages in there. I pulled it out and I'm like, what did I order from Amazon? It feels like clothing. I looked down, it wasn't even mine. They had it in the wrong place. I was like, man, I'm so confused. What is this? Because it felt like t-shirts, So it wasn't mine at all. Not at all. So I had to give them back. I was like, thank goodness, oh Lord, I'm ordering things I don't even know what I'm ordering. Sad, sad, sad. I try to keep track of these things. I now write things down, especially when I order stuff from 123 Stitch. I like to say the pattern, and if I have to order the thread, I have to write down the thread so that I can type it into it. It's easier than picking one by one. And then I'll write what material that I picked out to go with that. So when it comes, I know, especially if I get a couple different kinds of material, I'll know what goes with what project. So, yeah. Fun times. Fun, fun, fun times. So, that's some things to look forward to this week. Or next week, I should say. Because heaven knows we got enough this week. And I was thinking the Blackbird thing was this weekend, but it's next weekend, because next weekend is May 1st. Oh, yes, and while I was watching Stitchin the Dream on YouTube, one of the ladies, and I can't think of her name, I'm so sorry, dear, got a pattern from Shannon and Christine. Is it Christine or Christina? One of those. But you can get them on 123 Stitch. And it was something about spring. I can't remember what the name of the pattern was. But I just, and you know me, I'm not the cutesy person. I don't like tiny modernists, and the little people that look like little Lego people. I don't like that kind of stuff. It's just not my taste. I mean, it is for a lot of people. It's fine if that's what you want to stitch. I'm more your sampler girl. But anyway, there was this pattern, and it's called something spring. I want to say spring fever. That might not even be right. Yeah, it's really cute. And it's done on 14 count Aida, whatever color you want. And it's done with DMC. Don't know how many threads. Maybe we'll call it 10 thread colors, maybe. So it's not bad. So I put that in my cart. Not that I'm pulling the trigger yet. I'm waiting. We have to wait to recoup here. because I've still got that big 1, 2, 3 stitch order that's got to come out of this paycheck. So we'll wait a moment. It'll be there. I still want that feather one, but so I have a list of like long term. What do you call it? Your unicorns. It to me, it's a unicorn because it's like, well, do I really want to get that? I don't know. So I put it on there because I know it's something that I was at least interested in. And I'll let that list go for a while and go, okay, let's revisit these. Do I still think that they're something I would stitch? That's kind of how I do things. And that way I don't get myself in too much trouble. But because I want to stitch all the things, it's just a matter of capability. And I'd like to eventually stitch a pattern on that banding. I just think that is so pretty. Who was showing that? I think it was Country Stitchers, Deb and Liz. One of them is doing one. But if it has specialty stitches, we're just kind of walking away. Because I can barely do backstitch on even weave. Oh, and on that other big order for 1, 2, 3 stitch, I was looking through it. You know how you do stuff and you see stuff? Well, now let's preface this with, when I make an order, I put the things in there like that goes with whatever. But I'm looking around at the same time for material that would go with, say, the pattern or whatever, so it ends up in my cart. So I know that, well, I picked that. Maybe I like the color or whatever. I want to try to match it. So I just kind of leave it there until I figure it out. Well, I made this order. I have 4, maybe 5 different pieces of material in there. And I didn't even realize it. I had picked out what I wanted for the 2 patterns, let's say. But there's some other 3 that I don't know what we're going to do with it, but where I was going with that conversation is one of those is a linen. And it's not a very big piece because the pattern itself was small. I mean, it was like the smallest size I could get. Like 12 by 17 or something like that. So I'm not real upset. And it wasn't too terribly expensive. But at least I'll have it and I can try it out, or I can use it for ornaments or whatever. But yeah, it's a linen. And it's a 28 count linen. I don't know. Things in my brain tell me that I want to try linen again. I had 28 count doubloon. And it was just weird. But since I've been working on even weave, I don't know. Maybe I ought to revisit it. I don't know. But at least they're not big, huge pieces. I don't know. I can just try things out. So, we'll have to see. We will have to see. Yeah, do I go left or do I go right? This kind of runs. It's part of the ribbing or the colors. Ribbon colors. See how it's all blended there? Yeah, I don't know. We're just taking it one symbol at a time. Had another company contact me about previewing their product. So we'll see where that ends up. We'll see. And it's, for cross stitch. But I don't know, guys. I look at stuff, you know, I look on Amazon, I look at Everydayecrafts, I've looked at AliExpress, and after you've looked at them all, they all start looking alike. So I just need to refresh my palette, so to speak, and just walk away for a while on that. I mean, as far as looking, because I get confused as to where I've seen things, unless it's jump off the page exciting, I'm just taking a break. And frankly, I don't think one company is better than another, only because they've all got the same stuff. And if they're all made, let's say, by Joy Sunday or the equivalent thereof, the quality's all going to be there. It's just who do you want to buy it from? And the shipping isn't much different through those 3 or 4. Now, Amazon every once in a while will have something in stock, but I don't know. We got all them part done. All that part done. Okay, we're going to lose the thimble, and we can't afford to lose the thimble. You know, I never did find the rest of these. It's in there somewhere. It's got to be in this mess up here somewhere. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, crap. I'm doing well. Doing well. I was looking as I'm trying to thread the needle to see where we need this same color. Wow, we had it out. Oh, crud. Were there? I know, I just picked up that needle threader. Did I use it? No. I'm telling you, some days. Laura's crazy crackers. Oh, about to lose our thread over here. Okay, let me get it up here where I can see it. Oh, there's 2 right there. Oh, I guess it goes on, but it's way over there. And we're not quite there yet. Didn't watch much on Netflix last night. So I sat and watched Toy Story 3 and 4 the other night on my Disney. Yay. I'm telling you. It'd be a hot date. What can I say? I like cartoons. Especially ones that are well made. They're the Disney ones of our life. This lifetime. We thought that ours were, you know, hot stuff back when I was a little kid. Well, they're doing just as good. I'm still not finding any more of those. Okay. I'm looking. Well, okay. I'm trying to find that up, but that ain't happening. Okay, we'll just go with dark green. Where is it? 30. This has such beautiful, gorgeous colors in it. Look at that. Just stunning. Number 30. And I just, no. Is that the one I just put on there? Okay. Just take that piece because we've already got it separated. So I have no idea other than that what I'm working on this week or weekend. Since I don't get to, I mean, I can work on my Blackbird anytime I want. That's not a problem. Gotta make sure I got the right color. Okay. Because they're really close. That's the color I had. Can you see that? And this darker one is the one I need. So we're going to put you over there. Oh, heck. Let's do it the easy way. Excuse me. Sometimes after I finally get the thread and get it all threaded into the needle, I forget where it was I was going to go. What in the heck is the problem here? Oh, for pity's sake, I could have had that sucker threaded. There we go. It seems to be a little crooked there. That's what the problem was. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hang in there, guys. I'm trying to get up here to this green. We'll just start right here. Start filling in the rest of this wing, because I've got it filled in up to right there where I'm at. So we got some running around to do. And it's a nice day. I mean, the sun's shining. There was like a skip of snow. Nothing big. It was melting off by the time I woke up. Put that right there. So that was a good sign. But there really wasn't much even to cover the ground. So hopefully it'll be nice. It's supposed to be nice this weekend. But one never knows. I can live without the wind all day long. And it was only windy for a few hours yesterday. Nothing too traumatic. Did blow in a few flurries off the mountain, but nothing too exciting. Oh, for pity's sake. That is dark green. Another case of, I should have done that stitch first. Something you could see, but we're good. We're good. Everything is fine. I haven't seen Stitchin with Gidge lately. She's the one that's doing like an enormous, we'll call it that, amount of Haid starts this year. So I wonder how that's going. I'm trying. So you get three sides of that, and then it's kind of hard to find the holes for the one you're working on. What is going on, kids? There we go. It was all tangled up. Okay, we're going to solve that problem. We're going the other direction. There we go. Then I can do it from the top. Stitch is much easier than trying to find that stupid hole every time. See how much faster that went? I didn't have to find the hole. Some days. All right. Whoop. All right, guys. Well, I think that is going to be it for today. If you liked this video, we got that all done. Please hit the bell and hit the like button. And that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We will see you tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.